Hey guys, beep, 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 beep. Welcome back to the art house. So it's been a couple weeks, been real busy, a lot of activity going on. The forums are blowing up, crazy enthusiasm, excitement going on around Sorcery. Cards are blowing up. You're looking at about what, $20,000 in 3 cards right now? That's like a semester of college. So the Philosopher's Stone is the hottest card in Sorcery Contested Realm. Look at these babies shine. You know, you wonder why. Have you ever seen a more beautiful card in any TCG? Look at that sweet baby shine. 1, 2, 3. Line them up. All right. Full art means foil stones. There's an auction going on right now, and you see sometimes it's a little darker, like the print colors. There's been some variation that people have been noticing in the quality or the color saturation of the cards. It could just be the penny sleeve within the top loader and the way the light is hitting the card. But there you have it, guys. 3 Philosopher's Stones, and these are the most coveted card in Sorcery. Beautiful artwork by Severin Pignot. And they're very valuable. There's an auction going on right now for about it's at $7,000, and it's going to end, I think, on Saturday, maybe in the middle of the night. But anyway, let's get into the market update. We're going to hit a few things, do a little switcheroo here, make sure we're projecting there. There you go, Jimmy Fallon. All right. So we're going to talk about a few different things that's going on across the market, some of the recent sales. And I'm starting here today with the Collector Arthouse Discord, right? So if you come to the Discord, this is what it looks like. I don't know if I've ever really shown this on the channel here. So I kind of wanted to show how I mirror the auctions between the Sorcery Contested Realm community group and the Collector Arthouse Discord. So when you come in here, there's a number of channels. There's Jimmy. So we have artist proof auctions, right? We've done several artist proofs now. The very first one we did was the Mix Aqua, and you can see here people placing bids. That one went for $675. We had the Philosopher's Stone, the first Philosopher's hilarious picture of Eric there. But the first Philosopher's Stone that was sold, that one sold for $6,500. Absolutely gorgeous painting by Severin Pignot on the back. Great sale. We had the first artist proof sale by Rodney Matthews. And again, so what happens here is I actively manage the auctions between the Discord, as you see here. I'll list it on Facebook. I'll schedule it to go live at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll manually make it go live here on Discord at 8 p.m. Eastern, and people can bid from either location, and then I update between the two platforms, because a lot of people don't like to use Facebook. A lot of people don't like to use Discord or don't even know it exists. So this cast the widest net. We got over 2,000 people. I think we hit like 2,100 in the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group. We have 700 more on the Discord here. So it's a very wide audience, pushing 3,000 people, and the bids are very active. So there you go. You got the artist proofs. You got the Alpha auction cards. Those are typically the high-end foils like you just saw of the Philosopher's Stone. Got a few of those going on. Probably have one going this weekend, so keep an eye out for that. We'll have the eBay sale will be coming to a close, and on this Collector Arthouse Discord and the Facebook group, we'll have a mirrored auction of the Philosopher's Stone and a few other major auctions. All right, so I just kind of wanted to give you guys a walkthrough of that. You see it's neatly organized by each of the different auctions that go on. I facilitate all of those and handle all of the transactions and payments and shipping from here and there. All right, so as I mentioned, the Sorcery Contested Realm community group, going to take a quick look into here. We have 1,500. No, this is the marketplace. So on the marketplace, this is where anyone could go in, buy, sell, trade. You put your listing, you make deals, you buy, you sell, you trade. So 1,500 people. That's growing very quickly. You click on the number there, and we're probably at, 1519. That's kind of exploded because we just hit 1,000 a couple weeks ago. So that one's really taken off. And in the Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group, this is where I run the auctions. Right now, we have a awesome auction going on, a double header. We have the Gigantism unique foil, and then the first ever Doomsday Device artist proof from Elvira Palikowska, Polish artist. She does these beautiful detailed sketches, amazing rendering of the Doomsday Device, and that's already it opened at $100 and it's at $500 currently. All right, guys, so those are the two primary platforms for auctions. Let's go take a look at the eBay data. So I'm at 130point.com sales. So let's go Sorcery, Contested Realm. We'll look at the sold listings And so we got sold, all categories. Let's go with highest price, and we'll work our way from the top to the bottom, because this is going to give us good insight into where the action is right now. Where is the heat in Sorcery Contested Realm? All right, so first off the bat, is this sorted in highest priced? Okay, so it's weird that this one came up. I guess the way this ranks this, and I guess this site is imperfect, but it goes by the highest list price. So we had this Philosopher's Stone in foil. There was a best offer. It was listed at $16,995. People can list whatever they want. Some people just put out a high number and they look for people to put in bids, make offers. It's a smart strategy in the early going of the game to kind of see where the market's at and what kind of bids come in, right? So it's at it was listed for $16,995. It actually sold for $649. The offer was accepted. Again, a foil Philosopher's Stone. This guy's in my Discord. Very credible seller. He accidentally made a mistake. He thought it was one of his non-foil listings. So that was a canceled transaction, just a misunderstanding, a breakdown. Here's the active auction that shows the few highlights of the similar items that are for sale. We have the Philosopher's Stone in foil at a more credible price, $7,000 USD, 41 bids. So that's a banger. I just showed you 3 of those cards. $21,000, if that price holds and what it sells at. So I'm going to run an auction. I'll probably do a 48-hour Friday through Sunday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Friday to Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then we're going to do another Rodney Matthews artist proof card Sunday night. Big-time artist. He's beautiful airbrushed paintings on the back of these artist proofs. This will be the second one offered. He's done 5 so far. And it comes with like a large detailed sketch as well as part of that auction, so it's very special. All right, so going back to the high listings, we had this Braum card sell. Let me click on this and see if I can get a little larger so you can see it. We'll go to the actual listing. This card is a curio card, right? So this blew everybody's mind. It's an alternate art for the Death Speaker curio card. It says death is your avatar's domain, and look at the artist. Art, alpha symbol, Braum. So Braum is a big-time legendary fantasy artist for decades. This artwork was used in a TCG previously in the early 90s, so that's where this illustration comes from. So clearly it was licensed for Sorcery. It was not a commission for Sorcery. It was licensed for use in the game, and obviously one of the most coveted curios. You can see it was listed for $10,000, 10,000 GBP, so British pounds. And it sold for 8,500 British pounds, which is about 11,000 US dollars. So monster sale. These curios are very rare, so it's kind of like, we're never going to have substantial sales history on these. They'll be sold far and few between, offered far and few between. They're even hard to discover. A lot of people don't know what those are. If you actually go to let me go to the Collector Arthouse website here, because this will be a valuable resource for you guys. If you go to collectorarthouse.com, interviews and articles, and then click on this first article, right? Sorcery Contested Realm Curio Cards are here. I wrote this very long, extensive article about the curio cards that had been discovered at the time of this writing, June 27th, and we've even discovered a few more since then. So this covers several of them. It's a deep dive into the history of why these are significant, how they relate to the early historical development of the game, which is the essence of what curios are for the most part. And then if you go to Collector's Corner and scroll over to the Curio Card Gallery, this is your best resource to go and discover all of the curio cards that have been found so far. So as you're looking and you're opening your packs, you got to be very mindful of these cards and look very closely, because we're finding these show up typically in the ordinary slot, maybe always in the ordinary slot. Same with the foil cards that you get. So these are easy to miss sometimes. Like this one has 9 pieces of artwork on one card. So that, you're not going to miss that one. The Grim Tangle, this looks like an older historical version of the card. You might catch that the text box is different and some of the symbols. If you're new to the game, you might not. So you got to look closely. Grim Tangle was the early name of that card. You have the sketch card. Obviously, you're going to notice that one. It's the only sketch card that's been discovered so far of Eric's Curiosa, a big-time card. This one was very interesting and subtle. The Sorcerer card, it has the Gridlord back, right? So typically you see Sorcery Contested Realm on the updated Alpha cards. This one says Gridlord. So that was an early name that was contemplated for the game, so it's kind of a throwback. I think that one's pretty cool. That's up there high on my list. You got some different artworks. So here you have the Mirror Realm inverted. I don't want to go into a deep dive on curios. I probably shouldn't go down this rabbit hole. But here you have like some older styling format, mana casting costs, rarity terms, all types of different things. Copyright symbol instead of the alpha symbol. There's a lot of tells on how and why these are different. This is a monster, an alternate artwork. Just like 3 of these, I think, so far have been discovered of the Death Dealer alternate artwork. So the Death Dealer is one of the most iconic, famous paintings by legendary artist Frank Frazetta. So that one is huge. Some different altered artworks, again, Bloom of Frogs, and there you have it. These are all the ones that have been discovered, and that's a great reference here on Sorcery, on CollectorArthouse.com, Curio Card Gallery. Just go to CollectorArthouse.com. All right, so now going back to the listings, you saw that one sold for $11,000, the biggest curio sale so far. We're going to get to some others that have been significantly lower, so I think there's different tiers of popularity of these curio cards. Box prices here, this is interesting. This one only sold for only $3,300, but here you see they're selling for $5,100 on July 10th, which was 3 days before this recording. That is kind of where boxes seem to have peaked for now. We're at about a 4,000 to 4,500 level is where I'm seeing most sales. They're not really selling and topping off at $5,000 anymore, to my knowledge. But here you have a Philosopher's Stone. So this one sold. This was just listed at $5,000. Someone just grabbed it. $5,000 sold, right? So there you go. Listed for $5,000, sold for $5,000. And now we have a live auction going on. It's been going on for close to a week. It's going to close on Saturday, and it's at $7,000. So that's going to be a new record sale. 4 cards in the Alpha set. We just had the first artist proof version sold of that through my auction services, and me working with Severin Pignot, the artist. $6,500, very successful artist proof card for Philosopher's Stone. And here you have the highest selling foil. $5,000. We're about to get a new record on Saturday. And again, I will be auctioning one through my consignment services over the weekend, Friday through Sunday. So that'll be very exciting. Prior to that, Eric's Curiosa was a record high sale. This is a foil unique card. So again, just under 250 printed is the pop estimate. So they're extremely rare. They're the highest of highest end cards. Very difficult to pull in the Alpha booster boxes. And that one sold for $4,995 USD. So big sale, big card. It's speculated that might not be in beta. So that's part of the speculation on that one. It's a super cool, fun, flavorful card that requires you to tear it up to have like a godly effect where you can search your whole collection, not even your decks. You just pull out the binder, grab the card you need, assuming it's tournament legal. You know, you make the sacrifice or you don't. So maybe at Gen Con, maybe they'll be playing for a painting. I don't know. To my knowledge, I don't know if they've announced a new ante or, the prize for the big Gen Con tournament coming up in August, just next month here, a few weeks. But, if you're playing for a original painting, would you tear up a $5,000 card? Or you could play the non-foil, right? That might be a few $100. And I think people would do it. A few $100, you tear it up, you win the tournament, and you get an original painting. That's epic. All right, so you got a Curio card, Sorcery Contestant Realm, Grim Tangle. That's the one I just showed on the website, $925. So a lot of them are. I'm seeing some private sales between the $500 to $700, $800, $900 range. A few private deals, right? And then publicly, if you think I'm bullshitting you and lying, here you go. You got sales data on eBay. It was listed for $5,000. There was an offer accepted for $925. All right, then you got a booster box. I don't know how that one sold for $2,200. That must have been a bad accept on a $5,000 list. All right, so it's not really in order. You got 3,500 pounds. So again, that's probably close to what, 4.5 to $5,000. What's the exchange rate now for UK? You lose like 25 to 50 cents on the dollar, so it's significantly higher in USD, right? You got more cases, 4,700, couple for 4,700, $4,000, on and on we go. So box prices, you're talking $600 to $700 a pop on a box, $400 to $4,500 on a case. You got high-end foils, Philosopher's Stone, pushing $7,000 now. Early on there were sales going on for $1,500 to $2,000, 2.5K, started creeping up to $3,000. People were putting bounties out saying, hey, I'll pay $3,000, I'll pay 3.5, kept itching higher. And then people are putting these big ass on eBay or best offer. So an offer is made, is accepted, a few whales, got a lot of money. I think ultimately what's going on is people bought these booster boxes for $130 at the Kickstarter. They made a tremendous amount of money. Again, they're selling for $600 to $700 now. So multi-X return on their money. If you bought a case for $700, that case is now worth $4,000 to $5,000, right? So that's a tremendous windfall of money. And they're saying like, hey, I'll sell the case. I'll make 6-7 grand. My cost basis is 130. I'll throw it at a Philosopher's Stone, the best card in the game, for 6 grand. You know, it really cost me 130. That's how people think about money in the TCG world. You know, they don't go out and buy Tesla stock or, a mutual fund. They're just saying, hey, I spent 130. It's worth 6 grand. I'll go buy the 6 grand card. It's like I paid 130 for it. Forget the opportunity cost. Just go for the God tier collection. So I think that's the hysteria that's going on. That will probably last as long as there is these free tendies, easy money, I think, from the Kickstarter. And then I think we'll probably see some stalling action where prices will peak. Again, what the hell do I know? I'm just speculating based on, forecasted supply and demand economics as best as I can reasonably forecast. And then we're going to see some interesting things. I mean, there's a premium being put on the Frazetta cards. I don't know if we have any Frazetta sales. I didn't see any of those pop up. But those cards aren't going to be in beta. The artwork will not be in beta. You'll have alternate artworks in the beta set. So, if alternate art means something, the original print of the original art exclusive to Alpha, that's a big deal to some people. The elemental avatars being foil in the Alpha set, exclusive to Alpha, they get a premium over other avatars. So that's kind of where we're at with the market. There's a lot of volatility. Here you see an Eric's Curiosa foil, 2100 Canadian. You might see one of those coming to the art house soon. You might see the Melissa Benson core cards. You might see Frazettas. You might see Philosopher's Stones and foil. All the high-end top stuff. We did a Curio. I think it sold for $1,225 for the Sketch Curio. Eric's Curiosa by Francesca Berald. Amazing artist. So there's a lot of fun, exciting, interesting times going on. A lot of factors at play. Easy money, flipping for, the people pulling the extremely rare curios, the high-end foils. They're hitting that money if you're getting lucky opening your boxes, because there is easy money to be applied towards it, and that is causing some market frenzy and hysteria. Of course, Rudy from Alpha Investments recently did coverage on the game. He's a major influencer, a huge audience, so he moves the needle. People get excited. The awareness is great. A lot of people are discovering the game. I have people messaging me. They're like, hey, I'm flesh and blood competitive player. So I didn't really think much of Sorcery, just kind of speculated on the Alpha Kickstarter, but then I opened the box and I loved what I saw. I loved the product. I was blown away by the foils. I want to open more. I believe in the product. It's exciting, and they're in it now. They want to collect it. They want to give it a shot. They want to try playing it. And then beta is going to be more about playing the game. Alpha is always a bit about speculation. Beta gets into playing. We think there's going to be a revised set, maybe Arthurian Legends, and then revised. The company hasn't really announced that just yet. So, we'll see more and more volume. Prices coming down. MSRP on beta is $150 a box. They just announced guaranteed allocations for a certain number of cases for Innkeeper pledge backers. So retail partners are being rolled out. There's rumor of grading. When's that going to happen? That'll cause some additional speculation and people buying up singles to get them graded and trying to sell them for much higher. And then like TCG Player eventually, right? So you have another marketplace to buy and sell cards. But right now we have the Facebook buy, sell, trade, 1,500 people. There's a Sorcery Marketplace Discord. There's the Collector Arthouse Discord where you can participate in the auctions. The Sorcery Contested Realm Community Facebook group. You can participate in the auctions. I work with and represent many Sorcery artists, about 10 to 12, I'd say at this point, for various products, artist proofs, original paintings, embellished prints projects, like really exciting things going on being offered through the Patreon and then more broadly to the public. And the artist proofs are public open auctions, so that's available to everybody. A lot of fun. I do community consignment with these auctions. People ask me from time to time, like, hey, Mark, are these all your cards you're selling? How would I have that many high-end foils? I wish they were. I've never sold. Here's a funny fact. I have never sold one of my own cards in Sorcery. Never. Not a single card. Not privately, not publicly through my auctions. It's always consignment. It's always artist representation. So, I'll buy, sell, trade my own stuff at some point here. I have made some private deals, acquisitions. I was a top backer on the Kickstarter. So, I have sample packs. We've been doing sample pack breaks, having a lot of fun. Other alpha box breaks. You join the Discord and find out how those work. And, just hit me up, guys. Like, people are always I've been like into this game every single day for almost 2 years now. So I know a lot about the history, a lot about the set, the economic dynamics of it. So people message me. I'm always on my phone, probably a little too much, but I'm happy to try to help out, share my knowledge as best I can. Check out the Collector Arthouse website. A lot of great resources and information. Look for the curios, guys. Please do not miss these curios. Look closely because I want to collect these. I don't want them to be lost forever. I want them to be discovered. It's bad enough that a lot of people keep stuff sealed, so they won't be discovered for that reason. But then people miss them. It's arguably even worse to go into a junk pile or a bulk card pile and be lost forever. So watch closely. CollectorArthouse.com, Curio Card Gallery. Go to the Collector's Corner, Curio Card Gallery. You got to carefully go over to that drop down. You can see all the original paintings that I've sold for artists or consignments. Look at all these paintings. I'm absolutely blessed to have seen a lot of these paintings, almost all these paintings in person. Absolutely incredible artwork in this game. Wonderful project. And typical 20-minute video, but it's been a couple weeks. We needed a market update. Look for the Philosopher's Stone foil auction this weekend. Sorcery Contested Realm community Facebook group, Collector Arthouse Discord. Don't miss it. Be checking in every day. I've been doing marathon auctions, running auctions every single day. The highest end foils, the rarest cards. If you are a hardcore collector, just a passionate fan, you'll have access and you'll have a shot. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have fun playing the game. Don't forget to play as well. Or just collect, whatever you're into. It's cool. No judgment. To each their own. People have different interests and time to do different things, and it's all fun. It's all fun in games. Until next time, take care. See ya.